Anyway.
Hello, and welcome to the Saving Podcast Community Progress thing, where we talk about stuff and do things.
Hells yeah.
Most of the time.
Here with me today, ArmageddonNerd, or Alex,
Yep.
or Nerd, or whatever his name is.
I don't know. People call me what's
Hallward, or whatever your name is.
You don't need to know my name.
And Rocky, and whatever her name is.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, this is Rocky's first time on, so be gentle.
Okay.
I'm Triggs, in case you didn't know or realize.
That's who we were talking to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thought this was Madbird the whole time. I had no idea.
No, he's too much of a
We're
cunt
one
to
of
be
the
on.
same.
Mind blown.
Mind meld.
Okay, well, gonna take a bit of a cue from, I think it was Joe who said, don't ask the new person to go first.
Always ask.
So, Hallward,
Fuck
what
you.
have you been playing this week?
This week I've sort of been a bit all over the place. Playing a lot of things for a very short amount of time. Like, dipped into Star Conflict for a little bit, which is the whole space, you control a spaceship and you go into sort of dogfights thing for a bit. That was interesting. It sort of lied about what the content was because it sort of advertised itself as being an MMO, but it's really just an arena dogfighting thing with exploration which happens by it randomly placing you in maps. But that was fun. And then I played a little bit of Hawken when we all remembered it existed, and, you know, mech combat, free to play mech combat that's sort of like Mech Warrior but more pay to win-ish. And just because it's been in sort of the open beta for so long, there's enough people that are high ranked to make it a bit hard to get into, but that's pretty fun. And then with Madbird, I started playing some Saints Row the Third, which you can check out on Two Awful Guys on YouTube. And just like last night, I started playing Skyrim again to attempt to finish it for once. Yeah.
Wait, you never actually finished it before?
I've put like 80 hours into it and not even come close.
How?
I get distracted really easily.
Yeah, no, I mean, how? Because, the main storyline is super short.
Well, basically, the first time I started playing it, which was the longest, like the 60-hour game that I have, I got up to just after sort of going up High Hrothgar, and then I just walked off for 60 hours. So, yeah, I'm not good at finishing games. I don't think I've ever finished Oblivion. I've got like 200 hours in that, so, yeah.
Yeah. I have that problem with finishing games too. I'll just start them. It's like, yeah, I'm playing them. I'll take a break. I just never go back.
Pretty much. That's why this run is just nothing else, just straight storyline and hopefully get it done in like 5 hours. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing this week.
Okay.
Cool.
Alex Nerd, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
I haven't been playing too much. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, just because that 1.5 update came out this week. Because, you restarted the server and I've just been kind of putting all this time back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I downloaded the Showdown Effect demo just to see, cause I was kind of on the fence whether I'd like it or not. Of course, the demo is nothing but just hitting those training bags. So it didn't give me anything. There wasn't like any like bot game or.
So it was like,
anything.
here's the minimal amount of checking out what the combat's like as possible.
Yeah, it's just like a time trial of how fast you can hit 8 dummies across one map.
Bad.
So it was like, I know, it was like, well, this doesn't, cause I like to do play demos cause they, if it plays good and I like it enough, it's like, oh, I could play this,
exactly.
for so much more time that it's like, yeah, I'll buy the game. They give me is one training thing. It's not even like they have a bunch of them either. They
No.
don't have any blocking tutorials I can play either. It's just hit the dummies as fast as you can. It's like, alright,
That's
well.
more than a bit average.
So, I was kind of disappointed by that. And then, but really I haven't had too much time to get into anything new. I think I had a couple games of Binding of Isaac here or there, but mostly Minecraft. So that's
Nice.
pretty much it.
Cool.
Alright.
Those are some video games.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So, Rocky, what have you been playing this week?
I haven't been playing a lot of PC games because I've just gone back to uni, but I've been playing a lot of card games, especially Magic. Drafting, picking stuff like that, so.
Magic.
Yeah.
I've never done any drafting.
Sorry?
I've never done drafting.
It's interesting. It's very different to what you see people sit down at a store and play.
Okay.
So, yeah, because you'll find that, especially cards that don't have a lot of value to trade off for someone who's constructing a deck will suddenly be very useful.
Okay.
And, yeah, and because it's very limited as well, you only get 40 cards, so you really need to maximize the utility of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, beyond that, what have I been doing lately? I did play a little bit of Isaac recently as well. There's not much you can say about that. I think everyone's done that game to death.
Isaac is
I haven't
that game
been...
that everyone's played, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I'm very into randomly generated games and roguelikes and stuff like that. And there haven't been a lot of those coming out lately, so, my usual pool of what I like to play is gone. How about you, Triggs?
I'm just going to try and cover while I go and check my game's recent activity on Steam. I've been playing some Minecraft on our server.
Nice.
And doing
Yay.
things and setting stuff up to work with the new redstone stuff. So we have things like jump pads and XP banks and neat stuff.
Yeah.
And
I want
now
you
I've loaded my games list, so I don't have to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
I
I want you to give me superpowers though on the server. Because
me and Max are building an airship up on the floating islands, and on that airship is going to be a whole bunch of shops where you can trade a massive amount of XP levels for powers that last for up to 1 million seconds.
This interests me.
It's stuff like
airship.
stuff like super speed, or being able to jump really high, or taking less damage, or doing other stuff. But once you die, you lose them.
Huh. Yeah. Nice.
I mean, if you have superpowers, or if you're invisible,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be dying, so,
Not as easily.
I don't think we'll have invisibility as an actual thing you can buy. Because you can't turn it on or off.
Yeah.
You'd just be constantly invisible.
That's awesome. Why would you want that off?
As for what I've actually been playing, I've apparently been playing Max Payne 3 more in the last 2 weeks than I have in total. It says Max Payne 3, 51.2 hours in the last two weeks, 51 hours total. So I've been playing it for 13 minutes more than I actually have.
Yeah.
Sounds like a rounding error.
Sounds like it. But yeah, I've been doing that. I accidentally made an impossible situation for myself.
How'd you do that?
Well, I've never really messed around with the sawn-off shotguns in Max Payne 3. I just had no interest in them. So I figured, I'll try it out. I've played through it a few times. I'll just take 2 of them and I'll dual wield them and I'll do stuff. But I was playing it on hardcore, which is it's arguably the hardest difficulty. It doesn't give you, this is a bit of a pretext first. In Max Payne 3, when you die a whole bunch on easy, normal, hard, and I think old school as well, it gives you more ammo, more pills, more health, etc., until you get through that stage.
Okay.
Right? So, but, there's you die 3 times, you get an extra thing of pills. You die another 3 times, you get more ammo, etc. And only from that checkpoint. So it ensures you're never stuck. That doesn't happen on hardcore. And I ended up in a situation where it's a standoff against a whole ton of enemies, except I have no pills and I have 8 shells total.
Ouch.
They're all at range and I have shotguns.
Yeah.
So it's basically impossible, but Max Payne 3 does that thing where, with a shotgun, there's always one pellet that fires straight down the center.
Yep.
So you can still do accurate things with it.
Accurate enough, sort of.
Accurate enough, because anything in the head region is an instant kill.
Oh, so it's like, one
So you can
pellet
still...
sniping with a shotgun.
Yeah, basically.
God.
So I have to end up doing that perfectly without missing.
Yeah.
And I don't have any health items left. I also played the first Max Payne, and I recorded it, and I finished the entire game.
Weird.
I recorded the last session this morning.
Fun
Nice.
times.
By this morning, I mean like 4 a.m.
Proper this morning, not
Yeah, proper this morning.
phony sort of 10 a.m. stuff.
I apparently played Crisis, but I didn't. That was last week. I played some Max Payne 2, doing the standoff mode to get used to the slight differences. I bought the Humble Bundle, and I've been playing Crayon Physics Deluxe, which is, despite what it seems, it's actually really, really good.
Yeah, I think I had a demo of that like years back.
Yeah.
And I've got a tablet, so it makes it that much better.
I played the demo of it ages ago, and I was like, no, yeah, I'd like to get this someday, and I completely forgot about it. And then I saw it was in the Humble Bundle, and I bought it, and it's incredible. It's just legitimately great.
Yeah.
I also got some other stuff like Super Brothers, Sword and Sorcery, and Beat Hazard, and I think Splice.
Okay.
And I gave away a whole bunch of other stuff.
Nice.
But otherwise, that's all I've been playing.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh. God, it's almost getting too hot for my poncho.
Are you wearing a poncho?
Because it was cold and ponchos make everything better. The ponchos are majestic and amazing. Yeah. I mean, if it had gotten colder, then it would have been long johns and poncho, because that level is just crazy.
I'm just imagining like those red, like the bright red pajamas piece with the butt flap and everything.
Yeah,
and you're just wearing
what
this
it is. Like, if
giant
it gets cold
blue
enough,
poncho.
basically, if it gets cold enough, it become a like 1800s prospector in the West, and it's amazing. And like the comfiest shit ever.
It's probably the funniest looking stuff too.
Oh yeah. Oh, my red little chicken legs under this poncho. Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh. So,
that's what we've been playing, I guess.
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do we move on to next? Stories.
Gaming
articles.
news.
And you know what? Let's go through these 3 articles that they clearly put so much effort into.
Yeah, articles here is a really big sort of overstatement.
Alright.
But
So basically we couldn't find, it was not our job to find them, but we don't have any good articles. So what we did was they found for us 3 articles that are actually really, really shitty. And then we went and found a whole bunch of other articles that are really shitty, and this is just going to tide us over and last long enough.
we will make this work, people.
Okay,
Believe it.
so, first up, Saints Row 4 is announced. It looks incredibly silly, like sillier than Saints Row 3.
It has space.
How I feel about this.
The new Saints Row 4 trailer, which seems, the setting sounds, just bad. It's all,
Is it set in Steelport or Stillwater or what?
No, it's set in a version of Steelport, which is actually in their mind, which is controlled by some alien force.
Yeah, it was it. The main guy becomes president of the United States, aliens attack, and he gets put into this digital recreated city where he has superpowers.
Yeah. It's...
Oh, good.
It really doesn't make a lot of sense, except the fact that the Saints Row
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
I don't know, it sort of
like,
works
here's a
in
bunch
the
of crap.
Saints Row universe. It makes sense in that weird way.
Not except
No,
not.
I don't even, I wouldn't give it that
I mean,
either.
the thing is,
Saints Row 3, it has you fighting as a giant virtual demon in a virtual reality world where you have temporarily a toilet. So,
yeah, but that was fairly well pulled off. The thing is, with Saints Row 3, I was expecting something ridiculously silly. I got that THQ Humble Bundle that they did as like a last-ditch effort to try and
that's
save
the reason
themselves.
I bought it. It was like $6 for all the games.
And I was pleasantly surprised. I played through it with my friend Max, and I was expecting some just really silly, like, horrible thing that just didn't even live up to any expectations or wasn't even remotely similar to the second one, which is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, the second one is still one of, my favorite sort of open world type games.
I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, sure there are moments where it's still very silly, but I think overall there were some very good points.
Oh yeah, 3 isn't an amazing game, but it is a pretty good game in its own right.
Yeah, okay, the story was a bit outlandish in places, but it was still serious enough at times.
It works in its own Saints Row way, yeah. Saints Row sort of is able to take a lot more liberties like that just because of the universe they've established, which is getting bigger and just stupider in each version.
Yeah. So I'm very, very cautiously not optimistic at all.
No.
About this.
It's sort of like they're pushing it too far, because the whole superpowers thing, it'll be interesting to see how that actually works as a mechanic, if there'll be sort of temporary type things, or...
If you can fly, what's the point in even unlocking or, like, driving in any vehicle ever?
Customizing them. If you've seen the videos Madbird and me are doing, we have a short bus of death, which is amazing, it just has every upgrade you can think of on it. Yeah. That is why you get vehicles in Saints Row. But, yeah, just sort of superpowers and aliens, that's their thing for it.
Yeah, it's just Saints Row getting more Saints Row.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Right.
I mean, even if it's not great, it's still going to be fun. I'm probably going to have a lot of fun. Just
I don't doubt
around.
it'll be fun, but I don't think it'll be very
not
good.
as great as the other ones. No.
No, it's going to be a fun game. That's the thing we can all expect.
I've never actually played a Saints Row game, so I can't.
You should get the second one.
Just play the second one. Yeah, the second one was...
Me and Max tried to play through the second one together, and we got ages. You know, I assume you've actually played through and beaten the second one, right?
Yes.
You know, we did all of the other gang things, and then we got to the Brotherhood, and you know that one where you have to, like, escort Donnie around, like, doors up trucks? Yeah, we could not fucking do it. And we just got so mad that we quit, and then we started playing Saints Row 3 instead.
Oh, that's...
I mean, we both finished it before, so...
Oh, that's not so bad.
God, it was just awful.
Yeah.
What's up next? Is it... Okay, Minecraft... And I hate that they picked this article because it's a joke article and not the proper one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing article.
Which is why I'm just going to load into the actual article linked at the bottom. Where Mojang is releasing a service called Minecraft Realms, which will give eventual subscribers control of their own slice of the Minecraft universe. It's basically private servers, except not private servers that you subscribe for, and they're all hosted by Mojang and stuff.
It's good enough.
The thing
good
is,
for people who don't know how to get other server hosting and stuff. I suppose is the big selling point, really. I mean, especially in the way that great article.
I I don't understand this anymore. It's like it doesn't appear to be what I thought it was at all. Like it says, our customers for Realms are parents who are tired of trying to act as server administrators on behalf of their kids.
Well, from the way it's phrased there, it's sort of like, okay, the parents would have to be playing so they can sort of monitor what the kids are doing. This way, parents can get together.
Monitor what the kids are doing.
Well, no, it's so they can set up their own server and have the kids and their friends play on their own one instead of having to worry about, all the pedophiles who play Minecraft on public servers.
Well, you see, you can do this already without paying a subscription.
Shh. People don't know this. Everyone knows parents are old and don't know how to use the internets.
Admittedly, it does say Minecraft Realms will be a simpler kind of service aimed at families and kids. In the future, we aim to offer certain profiles of mods that are installed. Mods that are certified to work without crashing.
Yeah, so it's basically an easy hosting version.
Easy hosting version that you have to pay, like, a monthly subscription for.
Well, yeah, but you do that when you any server.
And there is, well actually, no, I like this bit at the bottom. If Realms is successful, as Carl Menner hopes, and its subscribers are interested in the concept, Mojang will consider creating portals between different user worlds. Then it would become a big MMO with a really vast universe consisting of very many small worlds.
That's sort of cool, actually.
I like that idea.
That would actually be interesting.
I do like that. I think another point is like, because so many kids play Minecraft, if they have a subscription server, they can turn off stuff like swearing. Like you can,
yeah, exactly.
You can block things because I have a younger brother and, my mom doesn't like him playing with, all these other people that, can be really old and really vulgar and she has no idea who he's playing with. Yeah, you guys, basically. But, so that would be something targeted at, like, my mom or someone.
Yeah.
It would be like, she can pay, I don't know, $5 a month in a subscription fee to have a server that she feels okay, that's fine for my brother to get on.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's easy, secure hosting for parents. Which
I just find that really stupid though, because
it's a good niche market to get into.
Okay, it's a niche market, but what's to stop these kids from not clicking the Minecraft Realms button and instead clicking multiplayer and connecting to a proper server?
Nothing, but it's
exactly.
Yeah, and my younger brother actually figured out how to make his own server without having to pay for like hosting or anything. So he's got a server that as long as his computer is on, his friends can join it, and it's like, so it's not even like it's difficult to make your own world. So.
Exactly, and I can see how this will take off in regards to like the whole massively multiplayer thing, but I don't see the whole families and kids portion actually working out too well.
Yeah.
At least, okay, I could see it maybe
subscriptions are going to be the parents,
but I don't think the target audience that they're going for will actually be their actual target audience.
Well, it's Minecraft. When has the target audience ever been the target audience?
What even is the target audience?
Who knows? People who like to build things, which as it turns out is pretty much everyone in the world.
Yeah, well.
But I don't think kids and families will be the ones who actually pick up on this in general.
There'll be a lot of people who just, are interested in the whole realm to realm thing and what have you.
People who are too lazy to figure out how to make their own server.
I mean, looking at the monthly cost, it may actually end up being cheaper than the server we rent at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. If you have like a couple of people chipping in, if it's like $10 to $15 for a server that doesn't have to be hosted by an individual person, then...
The only thing I then question is, where are these servers hosted? Because Mojang is based in Sweden.
Yeah. Well, ping to Sweden isn't too bad.
Well, the thing is, like, if they have it in different countries, they'll probably rent out servers in different locations.
Yeah, they probably will.
If they did something Yeah, I mean,
Like, that's part of the server infrastructure. They'd rent servers in, like, probably just major countries like Australia, America, England, etc.,
Japan, maybe?
Oh no, they won't have Australia, they'll have Oceania. Because there's never Australian servers for anything.
Mm.
Yeah, that. Probably what they might do is actually have, I read about it recently. It's like you rent server space off another company that has a lot of servers.
They'll just
and it just expands and decreases as, as their traffic increases and decreases. And that's probably what will keep it very cheap as well.
Hmm. Or they could just, build their own, like, server towers. I don't mean like a tower that is in a computer, I mean an actual tower.
That would be cool.
Like kilometer tall skyscrapers just full of servers.
That is just servers.
Just like out of their solid gold bathtub full of money.
But it would have to be built out of like cubes, nothing else, just cubes.
Because they could afford it.
I think people
they
overestimate just how many hundreds of millions Mojang have.
They have a lot.
They really do.
Well, I mean, people who bought the game.
I just want to point this out.
Sold copies or something?
I just want to point this out. Do you know what Notch has?
Everything?
He has a private fucking jet.
Yeah, he made a few dollars on the game, that's for sure.
I mean, when did Minecraft first get announced as an actual thing? Like, what was it, 2009?
Wasn't it like, a year,
yeah.
ago?
I was in high school, I think.
So, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Well, yeah, they've sold just under 10 million copies.
Yeah, it's got like 9,700,000.
I'm gonna scroll right down to the bottom and I'm gonna find the earliest Minecraft video he has. Which is Cave Game Tech Test from 3 years ago.
Shit.
Uploaded on May 13th, 2009.
But when do you think that like 9.5
Oh,
million copies sold is just the PC version and not the anything else version?
Xbox and the
Xbox.
iOS.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to cut in here. When people comment on like videos that were posted years ago and offer like advice on it?
Mm.
Yeah. Somebody commented on this video from Notch about the like Cave Game Tech Test, which was like the first build of Minecraft basically. Before it was actually Minecraft and everything. And this dude is all, Nizotch, I hope you realize that this isn't a game, right? There's absolutely nothing relatively interesting on your... All I can see there is a large number of cubes with a grey, is that supposed to be rock? And a green texture generated by a random algorithm. Don't bother trying to make a game, you need to study programming seriously for years, and only then you can enter a decent team to make real games for money, or you can learn PHP like all the cool guys in town. This was 2 weeks ago.
Oh dear me.
People are so stupid.
That can't be real. Can't be.
No, I really hope it isn't. Because I'm pretty sure he didn't study programming seriously for years so that he could enter a decent team to make real games for money. He made games for a couple of years with people and then made billions.
It's not billions, it's hundreds of millions.
It's a lot.
It's enough.
It's up there.
Game of what Minecraft is, it's enough.
It's enough that he can, give his dividends from, the stock in his own company and not take any of it and just give it to his employees.
Well, yeah, considering that when Minecraft was made and, started getting big, it only had, 4 employees? Yeah.
Not even that, less.
Well, yeah.
But for the longest time, it was just him.
Well, it was him and,
It was just him, and then Jeb came along, and then they started hiring other people.
And then they got, artists and web people, yeah. But it was still a 4-man team for the majority, 3 4-man team. So.
Is it even a 4-man team now? Because I'm pretty sure it's just, 2 people.
Well, no, now it's down to, 1 or 2 guys
I'm pretty sure it's just down to Dinnerbone and Jeb now.
Yeah. They're, just the Minecraft guys, and then there's everyone else who is now in the company of Mojang, making scrolls or whatever they're doing.
There's the other dude that I forget the name of who handles some of the server back-end stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't remember who that is. But he isn't really working on Minecraft.
No.
He just happens to be responsible for that.
He happens to be in that area at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next article? Something about Hideo Kojima's on why misleading trailers are important. The
Yeah.
thing is, I don't understand if this is an article we can do because it requires some, like, reading. Watching an actual video and... No.
No, I think it's just,
things.
it's
more about the concept than the actual content.
More about them being misleading and, getting people to go, oh, maybe this is that and not this, and having conspiracy
The
theories.
article is basically his opinion on a trailer shouldn't show off the game's storyline in any ways to give all that much away. It's more, it should lead into people think and wonder things that will be in the game and, that moment in a game when you realize, shit, this is what that thing was in the trailer. Oh god, now it all makes sense. So it's more of a lesser lying and more of a deceiving. No, I think I just sort of summarized.
Because I thought that's what he said almost exactly.
It was,
I don't know. I don't feel like looking through it again, but
yeah, I've got it open. I can't remember reading it yet. But no, it makes sense. I mean, it's sort of with movies or anything. They show a trailer and it's like, here, look at this. The plot is building up in the trailer, and now you can pretty much figure out exactly what's going to happen to the entire thing.
Yeah, I know, it's like
really big and surprising, but
I know trailers are just kind of a good trailer is something that you want to show someone and then be like, oh wow, that's cool. Like cause some of the trailers that are just all, like CGI and animation and
all not
like,
actual stuff.
Like it's not gameplay, it's like, what is that? That doesn't tell me anything.
No.
It's cool looking.
It's sort of an intro movie type thing to build interest. That's what it should be, but.
What about...
Yeah, like an announcement trailer. That's fine. But then, they have like some sort of mixed other trailers when they're getting closer to the release.
Dead Island cough.
I really like the CGI trailers for most of the Assassin's Creed games.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't show off the plot too much. Like I think Assassin's Creed 2, or it might have been Brotherhood, it was just like Ezio and a whole bunch of random assassins that chase Cesare down to the gate, and that's it.
Yeah, they show the setting.
They show the setting, they show, look, you have other assassins.
Which makes you interested in it. It sort of puts into your mind, this is what the game is.
Yeah, it's in Rome. Deal with it.
It's got some assassins. Ooh,
it's got some assassins, it's got some combat that is, like, pretty certain based on actual in-game combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it still looks like the actual game. It's not like, like MMOs and even like the StarCraft trailer. Like, it's like, that has, that gives, like maybe the StarCraft one gives you like one, like major plot point, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, that doesn't, I guess everyone knows what StarCraft looks like, so they don't really have to do that, but,
Yeah,
But do you mean the newer one, like Heart of the Swarm?
Yeah.
That's an expansion pack, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But the MMOs and stuff just seem to give, just games, I was just using that as an example because that's the only recent one I could think of. But
the best example of this I can think of is Dead Island with that, the trailer which everyone was amazed at and loved and then had absolutely zero to do with the actual game. Except
that one.
It had some zombies in it.
And the game was subpar.
Yeah. The trailer, amazing. They should just have released that as the game. No.
See, I know this isn't exactly on topic, but I don't even care. We have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's just do it.
Going off script, oh god.
I actually think Dead Island is an okay game. Like, it's alright on a console.
Okay.
And because it is one of the worst PC ports I have ever played. Like, for example, when you change your mouse sensitivity in a game, it should not affect your actual mouse movement speed. Like in menus and stuff.
Oh, yes, that is annoying in a few games where it does that.
So Dead Island does that, except the thing is also this. I think it's the skill menu, when you mouse over like a skill, the little info window pops up. And when you take your mouse off that skill, it's still there. But the thing is, that little info window blocks your mouse from selecting anything underneath it.
Yeah.
I hate that.
UI
and
issues.
it's just so bad, because it's designed for a controller so much that if you try to play with the mouse, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it isn't the worst game I ever played, but
It's not the worst, but it's certainly not the best.
I had to force myself to finish it just so I could say I finished it. Yeah.
And I don't know about Riptide,
No.
but
I don't play zombie games, so.
What? You don't play like a third of all games released?
Yeah, no, I don't. They scare me, man. I can't do it.
Oh,
Really?
like, legitimately
Yeah.
scare you?
It's like a legitimate fear. Like, it's not too bad. Like, I can watch videos of these games and stuff, but when I play it, I get, like, so anxious and
is it like
freak out.
is it like a specific kind of zombie? Because my sister is like absolutely fucking terrified of fast zombies. But then she'll be able to play like Dead Rising.
I don't know, the hunting thing. Like, I don't like being hunted. Like, when that, you know, whose only purpose is there to eat and kill you, that bothers me.
Well,
I mean,
it's not just to eat and kill you, it's to eat and kill everybody else as well.
exactly.
Well, I know, but
You're not
I'm
that
still
special,
included in that. Well, you know, if no one else is around, then it's me, so.
So would you be okay with playing it in co-op with something like Left 4 Dead?
I don't know. Because then,
if we force you to play Left 4 Dead, how will you feel?
you'd have to gift it to me, because I'm
I'll
not buying
fucking
it.
do it, it's on sale.
It's Left 4 Dead,
really
it's
don't.
always on sale.
I really don't want to.
You don't get a choice.
It isn't a scary
Of course
game,
it's on you.
it's pretty
Yeah,
basic.
Left 4 Dead 2 is not as scary as the first one. The first
No,
one
I don't-
had way more horror themes.
Yeah, this is,
mean,
well, and even
okay,
those
well-
aren't the scariest things.
Okay, I can give you an example. I've only watched like one zombie movie all the way through, and that was Shaun of the Dead. and I still had nightmares.
Really?
And it was a hilarious movie. It was a great movie. But the zombies still scared me enough that I actually had nightmares the night I watched it.
Damn.
It's actually, like, that's one of the things I actually really liked about Shaun of the Dead. How it was, while a comedy, it still had legitimate zombies in it.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
did some good
well.
zombies in it. I mean, I love Romero movies just with a passion. So, I don't actually play that many zombie games considering that. Which is weird. I mean, it's not because I'm scared like a little bitch, but...
Yeah, well, you know.
To each their own, but...
We all have our crosses to bear.
Yeah, I don't like clowns.
Yeah.
I'm
What
terrified of
dolls?
puppets not being controlled by anything.
Yeah.
Doll-
Have any of you guys played Rage?
No?
Is that a
Well,
card
there's
game?
no, it's an actual PC game.
It was that game by ID that,
Yeah.
did.
I
The one where you
I actually quite like it.
Like
But-
Alien Planet thing one?
No,
They got a really bad
kind of.
rap, but it's actually not that bad.
I found it engaging enough to play.
Yeah.
But there's this one little mini game in it where you shoot like mutants dressed as clowns.
Oh god.
And just I thought was Hallward, I should make you do that.
No. I mean, I can tolerate clowns, I don't like them. No. Clowns I can deal with better than just dolls. Seriously, China dolls just ruin me so hard. For no good reason. Like,
Those dead
they're-
glass eyes.
Yeah.
You know,
they-
those brightly colored moo-moos. Man.
like at my grandparents' place in their spare room where like I used to when I like stayed with them, I slept in there, and they just had these three on the other bed just next to me. It's just like fuck everything. Just no.
I actually have a
Now,
friend
if they were
who's
zombies,
super-
I'd agree with you, but, you know.
Zombie
yeah.
dog.
I have a friend who did these
Good.
ball jointed dogs, and they were really.
Go
I had
check
a friend who
your
did the,
Steam inbox.
things.
I know it showed
Pointed
up.
dolls are
Good.
just...
I haven't accepted or declined that gift.
Accept it. Do it.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I spent $5 on this. You better accept it.
Oh.
And then you better install it.
And you will play. Boy, you will play.
I will not play by myself.
No,
Oh,
it's
we don't
better
expect
with-
you to play by yourself. It's a co-op game.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to.
You don't get a choice.
It's a fun game. It's fairly light-hearted, in inverted commas.
I have played Left 4 Dead 2 before. I did play it with a friend of mine, but it was on Xbox forever ago.
Okay.
I did play it.
We
but-
won't play it on realism or an expert or anything where you'll just get completely wrecked.
Tanks are scary, man.
They're not.
They're not so long as you aren't the one being hit by them.
They're not so long as you aren't like a gigantic pussy.
Just
They
man.
are
already had
incredibly
disadvantage,
easy. Everything in Left 4 Dead is incredibly easy so long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So long as you don't panic.
Because the thing with Left 4 Dead is, on a one-on-one, a survivor beats an infected every time.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Well,
that's
yeah.
the thing, it is rarely a one-on-one, it's usually like a 4 versus 10. So then it becomes less about, one survivor versus one infected, and more like 4 survivors versus 10, and all
And then
survivors
someone stumbles
working
on
together
which-
to clear out the smaller infected, so that everybody can focus on the bigger, or one dude can focus on-
Panics and just has to run out of ammo and then switch to pistols and hope that they can take down everything that's still coming towards them. Ow.
Or in my case, it's running off and leaving everybody else to die.
Oh yeah, that works as well.
That doesn't make you feel any better with them playing with you. But I accepted it, and it's in my
Good.
library.
Good
So-
lad.
Install it right now.
Now?
No, not
Or
right now.
Doing
It'll-
stuff. It'll mess up
Yeah.
the thing.
Fine.
You
What
should
other
play
options do we have?
versus mode and play as a zombie.
Oh yeah, that might cure you of your pussiness.
I don't mind playing as a zombie, because then I'm not being hunted by zombies.
No, you're being hunted by people.
Yeah, but I can deal with people. People are stupid.
So in a situation where, say, this is just hypothetical, you're abducted, drugged, and then left in a forest, so
I don't like where
possibly
this is
be
going.
hunted by people for sport, you'd be okay with that.
Oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine with outsmarting people.
But
The problem
on
with zombies
average,
is that they're hordes.
Yeah.
see, on average, or at least in most appreciated and accepted like canon for what a zombie is and is not, they're generally stupid.
Oh yeah, they're mindless. They just follow
Yeah.
food.
They are stupid. So you could basically
like Doc.
pick up a chunk of meat and just throw it away and they'd follow it.
Well, I know, I could just survive in a zombie apocalypse easily, but
Well, you
I
say
wouldn't like
that,
it.
but
You say that, but then at the same time,
I don't think
you're
anyone,
terrified.
people would like that, but, I don't think it's an ideal situation, really. Just in general.
Besides, there's no surviving the apocalypse. That's why it's the apocalypse.
You last a bit longer than other people.
I would kill myself before getting eaten by a zombie. But it would have to be last minute, like they'd have to be touching
Oh,
me.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I would rather take a shot on the head than be eaten alive.
That's provided you have a gun and or bullets. What
You-
if the
Nah,
only way you have to kill
always
yourself
save
is
one.
to slit the
I'm
wrist?
gonna keep a golden bullet. Like just with me at all times.
It's like airplane pilots in World War II or World War I or whatever. Always having a pistol with a single bullet in it.
Yeah.
Just in case your plane sets on fire.
And you don't have a parachute, or your parachute is just set on fire.
Yeah. You just shoot yourself because it'd be better than burning alive.
Or crashing and going into yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're captured and have sensitive information. Of course, if you're British...
How
you
are they going to capture you if you're on fire and hurtling towards the ground or sea?
You could... Well, people survive...
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna bother
They should.
cleaning you up off the ground.
Yeah, I don't think they'd even bother going to check.
It depends how
Just
big
some
the
flaming
explosion
dude
is.
fall out of the sky. That's, it's like, well, sucks for that guy.
humans are resilient, and what if it turns out to be like Captain America and he just bounces back from it? It could happen. Yep.
No.
What was... So
I don't
somebody
know.
found another article, didn't they? Please say yes.
I don't know.
There was
What? That was some sounds.
I don't know what that was.
It was like
Wasn't
paint to my ears.
Ooh. Far Cry 3 is 40% off. I'm really tempted to buy it.
Ooh. If it's for sale cheaper on another site, I might, yeah. But that's not what we're talking about right now.
Well, we're not talking about anything.
Yeah,
well,
we're...
there's that-
Wait. Hang on. Far Cry 3 is $70 and it's on sale for $42. The Far Cry 3 franchise pack, which includes Far Cry 2 Fortune Edition, Far Cry 3 Deluxe Bundle DLC, and Far Cry 3, is 50% off, and it's $40. It's $2 cheaper than Far Cry 3 regularly.
Fantastic.
But you have to buy the whole thing, don't you?
No, like, just Far Cry 3 by itself is $42. The
No, but
entire
in the
Far Cry
packages,
franchise
usually-
is $40.
Can you pick the items out of the
No.
franchise lot though?
Nope.
Bugger. Because I remember doing that on some Steam sales and getting just really cheap as fuck bits out of them, but it's also how I own every Bethesda game up to Skyrim. But yeah, there's the article about the Nintendo patent infringement, the whole guy who won against Nintendo for $30 million for Nintendo having used some 3D without glasses like things. Yeah.
Yeah, just for the
Sounds
3DS.
Yeah, it was really. It was, this is
Yeah,
one that
I think at some point that patent, like 3D without glasses, I feel like that patent isn't not going to hold up too long.
No, they'll appeal it and probably win, unless he can prove that, oh yes, they directly used the things I patented it. I can't say that word.
I think the way that works is they have like two kind of layered screens or something like that. So,
Okay.
based on how, like when it's on, it'll like have the background and like do different weird pixel things about it. I think that's how that works. That's why they can fit it into a handheld.
Okay.
But I don't know what his 3D display was, so.
No.
It doesn't really say, it just says he won a lawsuit against Nintendo, so.
Yeah, it's very, very vague. There's no details whatsoever. But, should we discuss SimCity latest dramas?
No.
Oh, God.
Aw, come on. It's a game that none of us are ever gonna play because of all of its shit that's gone on.
Alright, hang on, let me just sum it up, and then we can then talk about it again. So basically, SimCity 5 or 6, whatever number it is, 5.
It would be 5, but it's just SimCity, yeah.
Because we talked about this last time, so I'm just going to sum up everything. Basically, Maxis or EA were all, most of the simulations for your city are done on our servers, which means you definitely need to be connected to the internet
It has
all
to be
the
connected
time.
all the time, rah. Yeah.
Or the game
It's
won't
a
work
good
at
impression.
all. And everyone's just like, oh, okay, it just sounds like always on DRM, but alright. And then some dude went and just, people figured out that if you just unplugged your network cable, you could play offline perfectly fine until the timer ran out. And then it would disconnect you.
Well, some people got around that just by varying the settings, but yeah.
Yeah, and then some dude just disabled the timer.
Yeah, once they realized, oh, we can hack and mod this. Oh, look, the only things which are server-based are pretty much exporting to other cities and interacting with other cities.
Yeah, the only things that are server-based are the multiplayer features.
And now...
And like cloud syncing and stuff.
Oh, yeah, to actually save the game. But yeah, now they've come out and said, oh yes, well, we could have done this quite easily, but no, having everyone connected constantly all the time is part of our vision. So
part of their vision and apparently what people want, and nothing pisses me off more than that. When companies
Well,
are all,
that's the thing,
no, you
I
see,
probably
it's
would have
fine.
gotten it if there was a single player thing. At some stage, not straight away, because I'm not spending like $70 on a Sim City game. But yeah,
It's the same thing with Dead Space 3. For me, at least, how they said, no, we've made it this way because this is what people want. Evidently not. I mean, what did that guy from I forget, who were the developers of Dead Space? Is it just EA, or?
No, is it?
Or is there like an
Let's
actual
play
developer?
EA, it's just easier.
Alright, let's just blame EA. How they were all, oh, well, I think it was something like, there's a specific market, of hardcore gamers who play horror games on mobile devices who like microtransactions, and that's who we're making this game for, and just like, that fucking market doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, you're making it for a market that you think is there and you think exists, and you think you're making what they want, but the thing is they don't want that at all. And you didn't even bother to ask.
It's making the market they want, not the market that's there.
Yeah. Except then Dead Space 3 is an even mobile game. Why would a mobile gamer buy a full release?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I can't play Dead Space
when we discussed Dead Space 3, and yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. SimCity looked like a good game. Like, it looked fun to play, but I just don't want to pay for it.
Not for that price, no. I mean, I just started playing SimCity 4, which is the first SimCity game I've played since, I think I had an emulated ROM version of like SimCity for Super Nintendo or something. And,
the last one I played was like SimCity 3000 on like on my family's old like 98 Windows computer.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even remember.
I played a Japanese Sim Ant game once. That was confusing as fuck.
I have reached a decision. I have counted the numbers, I have done the math, and I have more than enough to get the Far Cry bundle.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to.
Alright.
It will leave me with $50 after I pay rent.
I know, I'm just considering that, and I'll probably be in about the same boat, yeah. Oh dear.
Let's see, $40 and I had...
Okay, do we have another article to go?
I forgot. Steambox, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Who here is excited for the Steambox? Raise your hands, nobody okay.
Well, I've sort of not been paying much attention to it, so...
I have zero interest in it. It's a PC in a small box.
Yeah,
I think the only...
But you can install it if you wanted.
The only recent news was that it was priced around $1,000.
Oh,
just to get that.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Did you not hear that?
No.
I thought that's why you wanted to talk about the Steam box.
I had no idea.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
like it was estimated to come out for about $1,000, and that is just ridiculous. It's like, why would anyone buy that now? It's like, sure, you can, maybe like you could make a Steam box and maybe $600 at the most.
That's
maybe
they've got the issue
because then, but you could make it for $600 buying from like stores, whereas they'd go straight from the manufacturer, which would be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but then I've got all the other expenses on top of everything, including development time and all the other things, which drives it up. But
yeah, but you're forgetting something.
No one cares?
Steam are made of money. I can't believe I said Steam. I hate it when people do that. When people say Steam instead of Valve. Valve are made of money. There is nothing in the world that costs too much for Valve.
Microsoft?
Nope. If Valve think it will be cool, they can do it. Does not matter.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if it is like $1,000, then if it's that price, like, worldwide, then it'll still be competitive, like PS4 stuff here. So.
Well,
yeah.
I think it would be $1,000 US, considering that's the base.
But when you consider that,
Valve,
it's going to be a pretty beefy system for the size it's going to be.
Is it though?
Yeah, but
I
it's
thought it wasn't
still
gonna
a
be...
box you just plug into your TV.
I thought it wasn't actually going to be that high end. I thought it was going to be mid-range.
I thought it was going to be decent, at least, so. Because it needs to be able to play the things which are on Steam.
As far as PC goes, it's still low end,
But
I think. It's just the big thing about it is that you can add more RAM to it.
Yeah, you can
so
upgrade
it's modular because it's a PC.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Though one of the things I don't quite understand is if I go into the store tab, right, and I go and click on Linux games, there's
nothing there.
There's 136
Yeah.
in total. That's nothing.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing there.
That's the thing. You can install Windows on it if you want, but if you're buying it for the ease and accessibility of it being basically a console, then why are you buying one? I mean, you know, if you're doing that, you probably already have a PC.
Or
because it doesn't come with a disk drive or anything. So if you're installing Windows onto it, you'd probably know what you were doing enough that you probably would have an actual PC.
Already hooked up to your TV to play Steam games through.
Exactly.
Yes. But
I mean, I get why it's Linux.
Because
Linux is open source and they can use it without actually having to really pay anybody.
Yeah.
But
it's the thing, it'll exist and people will buy it and then be like, yep, 360 here. Well, not 360, anything
Xbox.
Xbox blank.
PS4.
Yeah.
Because even those are, the pre-order for like the PS4 was like what, $600, $700 or something ridiculous?
Well, it was like $999 here.
Yeah.
It was $999 here because it's obviously going to be less than that, but it's easy to just have pre-orders up to that. Of course, it's a PlayStation, and like the PlayStation 3 was like $800 here on release, which was fucked.
Yeah, PlayStation always has really high dollar, release prices. It's like, why would
the
anyone...
360 was like, I don't know, $500-600 by comparison? So,
yeah, it's just one of the marketing strategies.
Well, at the time they came out, the Australian dollar was a lot weaker compared to what it is now. So, yeah. I mean, we can almost pay normal people prices for games now. Yay! God. I remember buying games retail for, new. I think the only things I do that with now are, special editions, which I actually want, like the Borderlands 2 loot chest version. Yay, all that stuff, all that plastic.
I'm trying to remember who it was now. But a while ago we were in the chat room, and Exotics came in, as he is often wont to do.
Occasionally want to do.
And someone was talking about how they were talking about their loot chests that they got.
It would probably have been Liam, Nadbird.
It might have been, and
because we
both
like,
I'm almost certain it was.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I keep my tools in it now. I use it as a toolbox.
Okay, it's not Nadbird. He has no tools.
Okay. And then Exotics is just like, well, you obviously don't care about your tools then. And I was like,
What?
You're like, it needs to be a metal toolbox. No, it doesn't. Hard plastic toolboxes are a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how sturdy is the loot chest? Is it...
It would break if you looked at it too hard.
Right. But you could keep things in it, kind of.
If keeping nothing really heavy duty in it would be fine.
I mean, so keeping things like a couple of screwdrivers in it.
Oh, yeah.
You're not carrying it around to a construction site or anything.
Yeah,
it's what you put a hammer in or something.
And a few things in there, it's fine. Actually, I might do that. Because I've got my little toolkit for my leatherworking gear here, and that's just a plastic one.
Just
Yeah,
like
some
scissors in it. Arts and crafts.
Yeah. Oh dear. Some people.
Is there anything else to talk about? Do I have anything else?
I don't know. For news, it was already pretty difficult.
But I'll raise a point.
Hmm?
I'll raise a point. The first thing is, the logo for Far Cry 2 is just an orange Ubisoft logo.
Oh, yeah. It definitely is that.
It definitely is. But also, I'd like to bring up, did you know, and this is something I really like, when you have something like Far Cry 1, which is 4 gigabytes, and you have Far Cry 2, which is like 3.5.
Yeah.
So it's a newer game. I assume it would have more, if not equal content, but it's smaller because compression has gotten better.
And, well, Far Cry 2 is open world, but it is just a lot of the same texture open world. It's just grassland or some trees.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Far Cry 2. The
Oh,
entire time
for
I spent playing that was either sniping or burning.
Saints Row 2 is something like 13 gigs.
Oh!
Or is it 12?
I don't know, but that's brutal. I mean, Saints Row the Third is...
Saints Row 2 is 11, sorry.
Okay, well, Saints Row the Third is like 9 or 10.
Saints
which
Row
is still
6.
massive for what it is.
No, not 6.
Is it? Oh, that's right, it's like 6, 7-ish, yeah.
No, it is 9.
No, see...
But that might... I don't think it was 9 originally. I think that's 9 now that I installed all the DLC.
I don't know if I've got any of the DLC and it's like 9. But
I bought all of them because they were all on sale, so I just figured, what the fuck, I'll do it.
I really don't know how it did that. I mean, it's not graphically the prettiest thing ever, so... And it's not like it's got a huge amount of content to it. It is just do the same mission over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have anything else?
Stories? Do people have stories for story time?
No. I can see some old school books on the other side of my room that I would go and pick up and like thumb through, but I can't be fucked.
Aww.
Yeah. I've only got maybe one story, but
go for it. Do it right now.
Actually, it's about Ace of Spades, which is kind of funny because it's doing its free weekend or whatever it is.
Game, yeah.
I bought it when it was on sale for like winter sale or whatever it was. And it's fun enough, but so I was playing one game and I was using rockets or something, and I got the entire other team spawn trapped. And basically by myself, just like shooting rockets and then dodging all of their bullets because they were terrible. Like they were using like their entire team of like 8 people or whatever it was were all snipers. They had a clear line of sight at me and they couldn't hit me. Like it was really funny. So they resorted to like insulting me like, wow, spawn camping rocket noob or whatever. It's like,
stop losing so hard then.
Yeah, I was like, fine. And then the next game, I did only melee weapons. So I took a machete or something and I went like 18-0. And it's like, it just made me feel better, like inside, just absolutely destroying these people from the difference between explosive, rockets where I don't really have to aim too much to there is like no lunge. You have to be next to the person and click on them to kill them. And I destroyed them both ways and it was hilarious. So
when
I always think
you're
it's funny.
dominating so hard that it doesn't matter what you're using. Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
It is. I mean, that one and only game I played, I was just like, I'll just jump on a snipe or whatever. Just instantly top of the leaderboard, won the game. Oh, yeah.
I like rockets better just because the whole environment's like destructible.
Yeah, that was pretty
So
good.
it's like they'll have trees and stuff. It's like, I don't like this tree, and I just shoot the trunk of it and the whole thing collapses.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just kind of whimsical. It's like, I guess I'll destroy everything. Sometimes you get into games though, and it's like, people will just go and destroy the landscape. Like, they don't even play. And sometimes that's annoying, and then they'll get mad at you if you kill them. It's like, what are you doing? We're trying to destroy this house. It's like, alright, I'm still gonna kill you.
Hey, I found an article.
Oh, I thought we were done. Dang it.
No.
What?
No. I found an article, and it's, you may have read or heard about this, but basically, there's some crossover game collaboration exclusive PC thing between Resident Evil 6 and Left 4 Dead 2.
Wait, what?
Oh, well, I wouldn't know about that.
I heard
Basically, hang on, let me just sum it down to what this extends to. Basically, you may be aware of like a Resident Evil minigame mode, The Mercenaries, where you play as certain characters and you go and do like certain mini objectives and mini missions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, it just adds Rochelle, Coach, Nick, and Ellis as characters in The Mercenaries. That's it.
Huh, okay then.
Oh, and then there's workshop content for Left 4 Dead 2 that has some Resident Evil enemies and some of the specials.
Nice.
And that's it. But no, see, the thing is, Resident Evil 6 is a really shitty game.
Oh yeah.
And this just seems like a really, really poor attempt at getting people to buy it.
Like, if
Just
they
like,
put a
ooh, look.
TF2 hat in there, then
They
damn,
have to.
everyone would have.
But it's like, oh look, PC exclusive content where you get to play as certain characters and have nothing different.
Yeah.
How great. Totally worth the purchase.
Yep.
That totally fixes the entire game.
Makes it all worthwhile just to sort of play as some characters. Yeah, definitely worth it. Oh dear.
Absolutely. Hats make the game.
Oh, of course. What's the point of buying a game on Steam if you don't get hats or something with it? If you don't get something to use in another Steam game, no point whatsoever.
Oh, and, in case you aren't aware of this, Don't Starve is actually released in a month and a week.
Really?
Hey, cool.
Yep.
Wow, okay.
It's like the proper release.
Huh.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that game's actually in development instead of just
Yeah, I got gifted a copy
being
of it,
released.
and I haven't touched it. I'm gonna wait until it's finished.
Yeah, I figured it had already, finished.
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's still in beta, but you can play it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
No.
I'm gonna wait until it's finished, and then I will play it, and then I will play it a lot.
And then be disappointed horribly?
No, I'm probably going to genuinely enjoy it.
Well, that's good then.
Because
Glad.
I don't know if any of you, for example, when you would, I'm using when you would, assuming that you all had the same experience as I had. But when you'd like your first time playing something like Minecraft, where you have absolutely no idea what anything is.
Yeah.
And while
That sense of whimsy and exploration that you get in a game.
yeah, and that's great. And then things get added onto the game, and eventually you just keep going, settle into this pattern.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
And then you fall out of it, and it's just, it's not the same. Because you burn through all the early game content, because that's all there is, and then tiny bits of content get added, and you just burn through that even quicker. And it doesn't even really get you back into it. So that's why I want to wait for it to be finished.
No, that's a fair call, actually.
So that I can just go through the entire thing.
And get the most out of it that you probably will, yeah.
I mean, when it actually gets released, that isn't the end.
No.
They're still going to keep adding content to it, but that's when I'm going to start playing it at least.
Yeah, exactly.
The equivalent of starting Minecraft when it was properly released, not when it was in alpha or whatever I did.
Yeah, I bought Minecraft in beta, but it was
Casual. Scum, get out.
It's hipster, that's different.
I bought it back in the update when compasses were added.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I wish I had it before then, but I never
I
played
had
it.
been playing it a few versions before that, but that's when I bought it.
I had a cracked version that I got off of some kid in high school.
You had a cracked version of a free game?
Well, no, it was the beta, when you had to pay for it, not the alpha. where it was
Wasn't it always the option of free or...
No.
the free version is a different.
The free version is still up, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. You can play it on
it's like
the,
Like
it's like
earlier.
a really
like-
dumbed down creative mode. Like you don't go and get resources. There are no mobs.
Here
You
you
just
go, I'll
give
just
it-
link it to you.
Yeah, you're just given a bunch
it's
of blocks.
just creative with nothing.
Huh, okay.
It's in the chat.
Yes.
Apparently my Java update is out of date.
Yeah, mine's been trying to update for a while now and it just keeps getting cancelled. Does anyone else have other story time stories?
Mine was already a pretty weak story, so
It wasn't that weak. It could have been
Yeah.
worse. Could
I
have been a
guess.
bad draw through.
Probably. I mean, I'm done. It's like I don't have anything to add. So
Yeah,
I've sort of got a story, I think.
go for it, do it.
It's sort of, well,
all or nothing.
Madbird gave me a key for the light version of the Armor 3 Alpha, which, yeah, the light version is just here you can do like 4 missions, very
Isn't
short
just like the
missions.
single player showcase stuff?
Yeah, because we were hoping they would have multiplayer, but it's like, no.
Can you turn into a
So-
bird?
You get to do nothing. The entire time I shot my gun for like 4 rounds. But yeah, all the time I was playing, I was just like, man, this just makes me want to play DayZ. Just so much. All the DayZ nostalgia, because for a while there, Madbird, myself and a few of our mates were playing, and it was an interesting time, to say the least. Just what I started and no idea what I was doing. It was at night, couldn't see anything. I just freaked the fuck out. Just being chased by this one zombie that I couldn't see because it was night and days. Waste all my ammo and then run into the ocean. Like off the end of this pier. Got back on the pier and then like caught hypothermia. Because that game is amazing. And that really set the tone for the rest of our time playing it. Just accidentally killing
endless
each
disaster.
other. And, it was amazing in its terribleness. But, yeah, that wasn't really a
DayZ.
story so much.
There was
I thought it
a
was
there was a
somewhere.
20-minute video from Rocket or whatever his name is of the standalone version.
Ooh.
It's around somewhere. You can just Google it.
Might have to check that out, because yes, we're all sort of eagerly anticipating the standalone version to be the best thing in the world.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Alex is going to be all over that shit. He'll be like, zombies,
Oh.
bring them on, bitch.
Yeah. Take them by the ton.
Exactly. So
Oh,
many
geez.
times.
So unless Triggs comes out with another last minute news article.
I'm desperately
pretty
trying.
Why? Why are you trying to make
Because
this
we've
go on
only been
longer?
recording for like an hour.
We've got
Really?
a few minutes under our belt, yeah.
We've only
It's
been
at this
recording for an
point
hour.
you
which
realise
was,
that it didn't hit
like,
record.
most
I
most
was
of the
looking at the
podcasts
Skype
are over
call.
an hour and a
I thought
half.
I was looking at the Skype call time. I thought I thought we'd been recording for 2 hours.
Nope.
Oh, well.
No,
Yeah,
no,
okay,
we
so maybe.
recorded every-
I don't know.
do we have
Do you want to talk
any
about the
other
Arma
plan-
3? The Arma 3 Alpha?
There really isn't anything to say about it from my very short playing experience of it. That I've never really got into. Like the only reason I bought Arma 2 was to play DayZ.
Yeah, you and like 5 million other people.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason that game sold as well as it did was because of a mod.
Yeah, that's why the alpha isn't like closed off to YouTube, like whatever the I forget the code for it. But like it's not like the
Press
gameplay
O.
isn't. Yeah.
So like so that's why anyone on YouTube can just record and release it, because basically the only reason why Arma 3 is being made is because of DayZ and and the whole YouTube popularity.
Yeah. I mean, there are those fans for it. I mean, it's...
Oh, well, yeah, there's still a
market for it, though. Plus,
I'm
the whole
to
thing
bet,
of...
though, the DayZ standalone... I'm willing to bet the DayZ standalone is going to sell more units than Arma 3.
Oh, hell yeah. It's going to just sell amazingly.
Yeah, it's gonna blow Arma 3 out of the water.
I bet it won't sell. I bet it won't sell as many copies as the War Z.
Oh,
I don't actually remember whether we talked about this on the last one or not, but the War Z is back on Steam.
Yeah, that was a thing which happened. Still trying to sell it for money.
Apparently, they fixed all the stuff that they were apparently breaking the terms of service with. And I guess they must have either begged or sucked someone's dick and got back on it.
Yeah. Paid off the right people with all of their Russian dollars. Just, no. I can't... I do remember when it went up and it actually started selling well again. Because people probably thought, once again, that it was DayZ.
That's the last stretch marketing plan. It's just to keep re-releasing it on Steam, so when they keep catching the stupid people and making them buy it.
I just went onto the store page, and I'm immediately put off by the fact that the microtransaction stuff, that's actually a purchase option.
Yeah, you can buy
buy War Z, buy War Z and
credits or
2100 credits, buy War Z and 7500 credits. All as 3 separate packs. And it's just like, no, I don't want to do that. Make me do that in game if you're going to make me do that. Don't shove it in my face.
That's so stupid. I hate that kind of business model. That's just the most scumbag. It's like, so you can buy the game, or you can buy the game and a ton of extra money so that you can actually play the game and have fun. And probably not even have fun, given War Z's.
No, considering how much bullshit the game is, yeah. They should have just made it free to play and hope that people got sucked into it enough to actually give them money. Considering,
because I'm sure free to play, free to play DayZ, considering the actual DayZ, you had to buy Arma 2, you had to buy a couple.
Oh yeah, if
DLC.
If they'd done the War Z as a free to play thing with the microtransactions, they would have gotten the huge crowd waiting for DayZ to be released standalone, pretty much. But, they wanted all the dollars, so just rip it off instead. It's a lot easier.
Yep.
Nope.
Some people.
I have both another story, and I was hoping to be able to find a Greenlight page, but I think it might have been taken down. It was a page for big rigs over the online racing.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, it was like a joke page, and it was just it was listed under concepts. It was just some dudes who were making big rigs online.
Oh, what's the guy who actually made that try to sue them?
Sergei Titov or something?
Yeah, Sergei Wankface. Yeah. Oh god. So you said you had a story time story?
I don't have a story time story, but I have a kind of story that's not even that interesting.
Good enough.
We can
I
have
bought,
stories.
as I'm sure you're aware, I like Max Payne 3. So I bought it for myself, I bought it for one friend, and I sent it to them, and I copied the files from my hard drive to theirs, and then Max Payne 3 said, no, this account that you're now playing it on his computer is not the proper account. And he's just like, okay, so I'll just put in my CD key. And he did, he put in his CD key, and he said, no, that's the wrong CD key, you need to put in this one, and it asked for mine. And he's just like, okay. So he verified his stuff, and he put in his CD key again, and it worked fine. It let him get through and do all this, like, multiplayer stuff. So then I thought, okay, well I'll just buy it for my other friend, and we'll all play together. And I copied it over to his, did the same thing, didn't work.
Huh.
And we tried a whole bunch of stuff. We tried the things that the support article on the Rockstar support site told us to do, and none of it worked. So I submitted, because he's useless, I submitted a support ticket for him under his name, because I know what his passwords are, because they're all the same.
Yeah.
And I wrote it all down, and I did all the stuff, I did all the things that were necessary, and then 2 days after I posted it, after it was saying it needs to be assigned to a support staff, 2 days after that it said, the request is currently being processed. And it started, I posted it on March 12th, it's now March 17th, and we haven't gotten a response.
Okay.
At all. But one of the things that I realized later, because I asked him what he put as his social club details, like his date of birth, etc., and he told me he's put it as 1990. It isn't, it's 1995, except he didn't want to put 1995 because he's not technically 18 for another 7 days.
Yeah.
So he just put he said he put 1990. He didn't, he put 1900. So, on this support ticket, I ended up accidentally lying about his social club age, where it says 1990. So then I realized, shit. So I posted a little comment on the bottom and said, I just realized that the date of birth on my social club account is wrong. It says 1900 when it should be 1990. I have poor vision and don't often wear my glasses at the computer.
God.
So obviously
Cover story.
that's completely legit.
Oh, yes. Of course, you could have poor eyesight because you were born in 1900.
Exactly.
Oh, dearie me.
It's funny.
But it just won't work, and we don't know why. And the thing is, it says to entirely uninstall it and then reinstall it. But we didn't want to do that because it's a 30 gigabyte download.
Oh.
So
it's that big. That is a lot of game right there. I mean, even Total War games, which are the biggest ones I think I've installed, are 20-ish gig.
Yeah, Max Payne 3, while not exactly the longest of every game ever, it's a lengthy game, it has a lot of content, and there's basically no reused assets.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Also, I just found a Kickstarter for something called Doomstalker, right? And do you know what this looks like to me?
Heck?
It looks like a lawsuit. Straight up.
What's it called?
I'm seeing nothing but cacodemons. Do you know which one the cacodemon is?
Yeah.
It's the big red one with the mouth and the flying, it's a flying ball. Yeah. The logo for it is a cacodemon. And then, looking at one of the in-game screenshots, it's robot spiders that shoot things that look kind of like imps or zombies, and space marines shooting what appears to be a BFG. And this is just developed by some dude, not related to it at all.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's got a huge amount of pledging so far, though.
Yeah, because it actually looks okay, but it also looks like a massive lawsuit.
Everything.
The cease and desist slapped all over it.
Oh dear. Well, hopefully it gets over-pledged and stuff. That really does look like BFG, actually.
It actually says in the description, it just says, big freaking gun.
God. I mean, that's become a sort of generic enough term, though, that it can
It's a generic enough term, but in that context, you know what it is.
Oh, even in that context, though, it's become a thing which is sort of just a trope, really. It's a thing it's in games as referencing it. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Greenlight, has anything good really come out of there so far?
I don't know.
What,
Black good
Mesa?
stuff when you can just look at the extremely shitty concepts. Because as far as I know, concepts are free to put up. One of them is Super Mayrocrat.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Super Mayrocrat.
I don't even.
Oh,
Super
dear
Mario
me.
Kart. It's in the thingy chat. Skype chat.
Oh.
I mean, was it
Okay.
Sang-Froid, The Tale of Wolves or whatever? I think that was in Greenlight.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
looks good. Oh my. Super Mario Kart looks amazing.
I didn't understand that. It was supposed to be Super Mario Kart. I was like, what? It was like, yeah.
I like how all of the comments are just talking about how incredible it is. You can tell they get the joke, which is great.
Please, Mario.
Nobody is taking it seriously, and it's incredible.
I want this
That's hilarious.
game.
There's a download for it.
You mean
Please,
it's
Josh.
an actual game?
Player 2 has wind. Late 1 of 3. Oh, it's sort of amazing.
Oh, man.
Found it. I fucking found it. I thought it had been deleted. I thought it had been deleted, but it hasn't. Big rigs over the online racing
Oh, God.
with playable alphas.
Nice. Wow, yeah. So, do we have any other topics to cover?
Probably. We've already been struggling.
Yeah, we've been struggling for like an hour and a half.
Hey, we've done pretty good considering the content we were giving to work with this
True.
week. Not saying that
Yeah.
we can... I mean,
And also,
content...
I'd just like to
you
add, the trailer for Big Rigs over the online racing is amazing.
that convoy. Yeah.
It's just like a horde of like big rig trucks driving over some sand dunes and up a mountain.
That it is. That it really is.
It's incredible.
Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez.
This is why video games were invented.
Definitely. This is why Greenlight was put on Steam for this one purpose.
It's like a giant anthill. It's just all trucks everywhere. It's moving. Wow.
Oh,
That
dear.
is ridiculous. This game. Oh, okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure we've run out of everything.
Yes.
considering we didn't have anything to start with,
We worked with the content we had and they did their best. It's been a slow news week except SimCity. Everyone knows this.
yeah,
If it wasn't for
stuff that
SimCity's
is big enough that
fuckery, there
everyone
would be
knows.
nothing. Yeah. Okay. So
Right,
Triggs,
well
you
then,
want-
let's do our sign-offs and goodbyes and et cetera, et cetera. So, I'm gonna say goodbye. And this
Okay.
is the first time I've done this, right? And it's also probably gonna be the last time I do this, because I never do this. I haven't actually done it anywhere, other than like once or twice, I think. I don't know if you guys know, I have a YouTube channel. I do things. That's it. I'm not even going to tell you what the address is.
Oh, okay then. Would it happen to be Two Awful Guys
No.
on YouTube? Are you sure?
No, but
I heard the
fine.
Two Awful
I'll
Guys were
tell you.
great.
It is youtube.com. I'm typing it out to make sure I don't fuck it up.
PewDiePie.
youtube.com/FunkQuizBox. There you
Okay.
go. That's FUNCPHYSBOX. Feel free to not do anything because I don't care that much.
That's a lie.
Okay.
Maybe
I'll make sure to absolutely not do that. So
Yes, we won't add, like, or subscribe.
Also,
you.
like, favorite, subscribe to Awful Guys.
not two awful guys,
Yeah.
just awful guys. They're way better.
No. It's
Or
Two
three
Awful
Awful
Guys.
Guys.
I just realized there's an insult listeners. So if you listen to this, you are a terrible human being. You are scum of the earth, and you are in fact worse than Hitler.
Well, that might be a little.
Nope. I don't think
All
anybody
right, well,
listening to this could pull Germany out of a depression. So.
And then again, I don't think if they made it this far,
I don't think anybody
I don't know. They might
could have like so many people killed. So objectively, they're worse.
Yeah, mostly.
I'd just like to say Triggs speaks for himself. I'm not legally obligated or tied to anything that he says, and I will never be. So.
I bought you a game that you didn't even want. You'd better listen to me, and you better support me.
I don't know. I felt kind of strong-armed into even accepting that gift, but
You had the zombie forced upon you, and you will take it like a man.
Yeah, but if you're looking for me to play it like in the next week, I'm not going to be able to because I have a ton of crap that I have to do this week. Like honestly, I have. The projects and tests and stuff. So
I'm sure you do.
I do. I really do.
I mean, I never did. I never had projects or
I
tests.
don't remember in high school doing anything.
Well, I did, but I never did them.
Well,
Did you finish your course?
No. I haven't even done a course. I just sort of ended up failing the last 2 years of high school.
Nice.
There.
Well.
And I don't even care.
They're not important.
They're not. There you go. Hallward said it must be true.
High school doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Let's get this outro back on track.
True.
That's been
Let's do that.
Triggs, your host.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for listening. We've had ArmageddonNerd on, as well as
YouTube.
Rocky. I've been
Armageddon.
Thank you.
And, yeah, be sure to check out myself and Nadbird on Two Awful Guys on YouTube.
Or don't.
Like,
You know.
favorite, subscribe.
You know it.
Just like, unsubscribe, unfavorite. In that order.
We're like almost 3 minutes past, like 1.5 hours. I think we can stop.
Yes, okay, well, thanks for listening, and people will see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
We won't ever come back. Not after this podcast.